What's up, champ? I'm Vince Delmonte of VinceDelmonteFitness.com. In this video, I want to show you guys how to build your chest faster. All right, we're going to ignore a lot of the popular chest exercises we've been told are the key exercises to building your chest. And we're going to look at some of their limitations, and then we're going to teach you guys why the exercise I want you to start doing is considered the most efficient. So why is it the most efficient? It's very simple, because it actually works with two of the main functions of the pec, which is internal rotation of the pec and adduction of the humerus. All right, so when we're picking our chest exercises, we want to always ask ourselves, what's the most efficient way to fatigue the entire chest? All right, we can't influence whether we put muscle here or here or here or here. That's going to be based on origin, insertion point, the depth of your clavicle, just the way your genetics are. You can't influence that. What you can influence is how short you get the muscle, how lengthened you get the muscle, how much you contract the muscle. Those are the things that we do have control of in the gym. So we never start with the question, how do I target my inner pecs or my lower pecs? Or what are the best exercises for the upper pecs? It's the wrong question. It's what's the most efficient way to train my pecs? It's to look at things that help us get the pec internally rotated and to get the elbow across the body, which immediately rules out a lot of barbell exercises which have very little adduction of the humerus and no internal rotation. And you can see this, like if you just look in the mirror and you start looking at where your chest is pumped up the most compared to up here or in here or in here, it's always when you're getting your elbows closer to your body as opposed to here. Like you see, as soon as I pull everything in, you can see all this stuff shorten and tighten. You can see more detail come in. So that brings us to this exercise that I want you to start playing with. All right, the decline dumbbell chest press. So I'm just going to demonstrate here. You guys can see what I'm doing here. I'm not using a lot of weight right now, but one of the first things you want to figure out is the height of the bench. And I'll just give you guys some generalities here. Generally speaking, the bigger your rib cage, the less decline you need to activate the majority of the chest. All right, the smaller your rib cage, the more decline you're going to need. But you're not going to go into one of these like crazy declines where you're almost upside down and you really are not using your chest anymore. You're just using kind of shoulders and triceps. You don't want to go that far. So what you're going to do is you're going to play with it. You're going to play with the decline angle until you find your chest activated the most. You're going to find the position that you can get your elbows across your body the most, and that's where you're going to start adding load to. That's the start position, end position that you're going to work through, and you're not going to be thinking about pushing the weights up and down. All right, it's a big mistake people think about when they're training. They're like, how do I get this thing from point A to point B? They lift like football players and they just move shit instead of actually contracting and squeezing stuff. All right, so that's what we want to think about. Start playing with this exercise. The dumbbell decline chest press, you're going to feel a lot more chest being activated simply because you're now working with the function of the chest, and you can eliminate a lot of other exercises you're likely doing that are missing out on other parts of the chest just because, you know, someone said that you need to do this one, and this one. Not necessarily. You could do them, but it's not efficient. If you have to spend 30 sets training your chest, you have to ask yourself, and I don't care if you're an advanced guy, you have to ask yourself, how well am I contracting the muscle? It's like I have to run 20 miles to improve my endurance a bit. Well, no, if you just run 5 miles really hard, you'll get a better return. You know what I'm saying? So it's all about quality, not quantity. All right, so I'm going to wrap this video up. I don't want it to drag on too long, but I wanted to give you that exercise that's going to help you build your chest faster simply because you're actually using the function of the chest efficiently, all in one move. All right, so we're not looking at individual sections of the chest that we're trying to target. It doesn't work like that. You're either using all the muscle or none of the muscle. All right, and if you're working with the right effort, you're going to activate all those fibers. So you can start throwing out all those silly questions like, how do I target the inner? How do I target the upper? How do I target the middle right part? It's all bro myths. All right, it's just from the whole. Anyways, I've said enough. You get the point. Thank you so much for watching. Let me know what other body parts you want me to help you bring up. Let me know what other exercises you want to kind of deconstruct or have me take a look at for you. And let me know in the comment section below. Lastly, guys, I just want to give you guys a resource to help you start working with your muscle fiber type, because a lot of you want to know how many sets and reps and rest periods, and I'll be honest, that stuff needs to be customized to you. You know, one of the biggest questions I get is it better to do heavy weights and low reps or higher reps and lighter weights? And that's a fantastic question. It's a really good question to ask, and it's going to be dictated based on how you're built, which is why I spent a lot of time researching the subject matter of training for your fiber type. I created this quiz. You can click the link above me. You can take it. You can find out what your fiber type is. If you don't know, it's critical information that will help you. And if you're on your mobile, click the first link in the description box. This light's shining in my eye. And you'll be able to find out what your fiber type is as well. And you can start then figuring out how to customize your reps and sets, and if you should be a guy who trains heavy more of the time, or if you're a guy that trains lighter more of the time. Because there is a right answer, but the right answer is based on what your fiber type is. So I can't just tell you what to do, or else I'm just making a guess, all right? And that's not how you build your body, all right? You don't guess your way to a great physique. We take what we have, we acknowledge what we are working with, and then we work with it, not against it. All right, thank you so much for watching. If you enjoyed it, you know what to do. Give this video a like. Be sure to comment. I love hearing your feedback. And if you haven't subscribed to the channel yet, you can click this button over here, wherever we stick it, and subscribe to the channel so you're notified first when we upload the next video. Peace out.